So this morning I came out here into the barn to feed, and I noticed that we had one of our ewes in labor, so it looks like we're kicking off lambing 2025 today. So I went ahead and got everybody fed here. She was kind of laying over on the side herself. I noticed last night she was laying down, but today I noticed that she was actively pushing. She had a little bit of discharge, but not like a water bag hanging out or anything. So I told Rachel, it looks like we're gonna need some help with this one because this is a yearling ewe that we held back and didn't breed. So now she's basically coming in right at almost 2 years of age, and this will be her first lamb. Open it up. So we got her over here in the pen. I was able to get her in there, and I'm gonna get in there and kind of hold her. She's kind of letting Rachel work on her right now. Rachel said she can feel some feet, so we're gonna see what happens. Would you say there's a face right there?
There's something like it's a face, but there's like very little dilation. Like she's squeezing my fingers really tightly right now, and that's not good because I can't get even my whole hand to get out or to rearrange or. I'm just trying to be like gentle, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And not like hurting him. And the problem is it could be multiple things trying to come out at one time, but I don't have enough space to tell that right now, but she's been pushing so much, like there's nothing left in her rectum.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like, see how like tight her vagina is? Like,
When she stood up the first thing this morning, I noticed a little bit of like liquid came out, and then she went over and was smelling.
but there's like something right here, and then I know, honey, this is not how you wanted to do this.
She knows the face.
I'm pretty sure it's a tongue. If not, it's a little tail, but you don't feel like a tail.
Try to get a hold of it, something, anything, and pull. You think?
I can't even get my whole hand in there. So I can't, I kind of. Trying to get my leg or something.
Are you feeling it with your fingers?
Yes, like there's a leg in front of the face now, and I'm trying to get another leg in front of the face so that it'll somewhat come out the right way and not just rip her to shreds on the inside. But everything is so pushed up to the front that I can't get my fingers around what I need to get to grab it, and then can you, where's that land horse and what's it look like?
I have two. I don't think you get this one, get this up around them in like There's his own. You get this around his legs and shoulders.
My finger is pinching a leg right now.
What do you mean, like?
Like in the corner like that, right there.
Yeah.
Of a leg. And I think it's not good.
What do you mean?
I don't know what leg it is. It seems like it's a back leg. It is.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Oh, yeah, it is. Alright, now where'd my other leg go that I have?
Got two fronts?
Unless we're dealing with that one baby. Remember that one where we had one from one cycle and one from another?
Mm-hmm.
Push on her like rectum.
That's what I'm doing.
No, this is back legs. This is what they call.
So he's like upside down on his back in there. At this point, it's got to come out backwards. Because there ain't enough room for you to get in and turn around, right?
Unless this is the head of a different one and the legs of a. But I mean, if both legs are like this, then I got both the same legs from the same way. But what's.
You want me to push her over and you can have more pulling room?
I don't know. She's not dilated.
I think you're gonna need Sarah. I think I can try to get her out one more pull, but I don't know what's gonna happen. Want me to try it? Minus.
Broke something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm afraid. I'm starting to look too. Look at this. She's been like chewing on the side of herself. I didn't really notice that the last couple days. Wonder if it's just been like So that was extremely difficult this morning. I noticed right off the bat this morning while I was feeding that I didn't see any water bag present. I did see her jump up and see some liquid at that time, and I thought, well, maybe she popped it. But the more I paid attention to her this morning as I was feeding, I noticed that she really wasn't dilated. That's why I had Rachel out here give me a hand, because we've had issues like this in the past with other ewes, very similar. Ended up getting out here in the barn. We worked on her for probably 20 to 30 minutes. And we came to the conclusion after getting the front feet out, she wasn't dilating. She was actively pushing, trying to help, but there just wasn't enough room. And looking at the lamb and looking at the mark on her back, she was about 20 days early. So we called the vet, talked to her, got basically a plan in place, what we needed to do. So we ended up giving her a couple of shots to try to help her get going in the birth process. And in that time that we were doing that, she was still pushing. I ended up setting up a second lambing jug here because I knew we were going to have to leave this girl in the lambing jug for the day at least, no matter what. And by that time, she had worked the lamb to have its neck out. So we were able to get in there and work a little bit more. Actually, it was pretty easy at that point just because the ewe had done a lot of work getting the head to the point where it was at. We pulled the lamb out. Rachel checked her out as good as she could because she's still not very dilated. We didn't feel anything else, but we got the vet coming later on today to check her out. She's out on other calls right now. So we're going to have this ewe checked out just because in years past, an extremely difficult birth, we've had a couple different scenarios. One, we had a full uterine prolapse about 24 hours later. The other, after having a really difficult birth the following year while that ewe was lambing, basically had an extremely difficult birth, very similar to this one. The lamb ended up living, but we had the vet come out and check her out, and the ewe had rings in her uterus and basically was only going to have harder births from that point on in her life, basically scar tissue rings from that first time. So currently, that's why I want the vet to come check her out, that and just in case she can check to see if there's another lamb further in there or not, with sonograms or other tools that I don't have. And also, she's just more experienced because we were running out of options. And the last option that we had, if we didn't get that lamb out, was we could start cutting the lamb out since we knew it wasn't alive. And that was something I really wanted to avoid just because I was afraid I'd get in there and probably kill the ewe while I was trying to do it. So the ewe's just sitting here relaxed. We've given her so much medicine here just so I'm not surprised that and how hard she was pushing. I did give her some water there. She has some space from everybody else. I don't want to give her any feed or hay. Rachel just talked to the vet again on the phone, let her know what was going on. So right now, the ewe seems okay. I know she's probably extremely stressed out and sore. So we're just going to leave her go. Kind of keep an eye on everybody else for the day. Expecting anywhere from 1 to 4 inches of snow today and a drop in temperature. So of course, all these ewes will want to start having their lambs right at the coldest point.